Well, welcome back, everyone. This is Sharon, and I have my two co-hosts with me.
This is Jamal.
I'm TC.
Well, you can tell by the screen what we're going to talk about. Everybody's talking about it, but we're going to give it a little different twist than what everyone's talking about. Um, According to a lead attorney in Atlanta, he said it's best to sign your prenup at least 6 months in advance before you get married. 4 months at the latest, and that's pushing it. But they didn't do that. They signed their prenup the day before they got married. So because of that, this lead attorney says it may be void. So let's see what's going on.
Okay, you guys, so more information is coming out regarding the divorce between Jeezy and Jeannie. Now, if y'all hear noise in the background, I'm in my car, okay? And y'all know I have to have that air on because it is hot out here. So it's being alleged that the reason that these two divorced is because they could not agree on certain family values and expectations. And they're saying that these two were constantly at war when it came to these two things because of the different cultural backgrounds. So Entertainment Tonight said that they had different views and each felt like their needs weren't being completely met. One person responded by saying they didn't know this before marriage and the baby came along.
All right, we got this from B with the T. Now we'll see what the lead attorney has to say.
The judge that the prenup should be thrown out. What's your argument there? All right. Put in the chat if you think you got a good argument representing Jeannie. And it's messed up, man, because if you get a prenup, you got it for a reason. Can we be honest? You didn't get the prenup just so it could get thrown out. You would have saved your $2,500 for that.
$2,500.
What? What would be
Wow.
the first? Yeah, y'all are shouting it out. Let's let me see it right here. Let's see if I can do this. Argument. I don't want it.
Okay, come on, speed it up. You're dragging. Get to the point.
Why doesn't this thing work?
Oh, shouldn't he have that all figured out before you got on there?
He should have.
Let's put it on the big screen so you can hear better sound.
Well, I mean, can you imagine $2,500 for a prenup, then it ends up being no good?
Yeah, well, it could come sometimes. You don't never do a prenup the day that you about to get married.
And why would you do that anyway?
I mean, he had time. He was putting it off.
I mean, the courts see that as
Sign under duress.
yeah, distress, and well, hopefully we got it going this time. We had some technical difficulties, so hopefully we got it going this time for you.
The prenup should be thrown out. What's your argument there? All right. Put in the chat if you think you got a good argument representing Jeannie. And it's messed up, man, because if you get a prenup, you got it for a reason. Can we be honest? You didn't get the prenup just so it could get thrown out. You would have saved your $2,500 for that. What would be the first? Yeah, y'all are shouting it out. Let me see it right here. Let me see if I can do this. Argument.
Well, you said you can see he's taking questions from his guests too, but he was making a good point about it. He was saying it's got to be signed at least 6 months in advance for it to be valid before a judge throw it out.
Four at the soonest.
The latest.
Yeah, latest.
Yeah.
All right. What arguments are you going to make? The first one. Here we go. What are your arguments? Number one, y'all are shouting it out, the coercion. Coercion, all right? Coercion. Coercion. Yes, guys. Now, what is coercion? Is there an S in there?
Don't worry about it. Just tell us what it
C?
is. You having trouble
I
spelling.
think that's right, isn't it right?
Let's get to the point.
Or no?
Yeah, just get to the point.
But you the lead attorney.
Can someone make me look up how to spell coercion?
You should have that together anyway.
She looked that up before you started producing your
I
show.
know it. Right.
No. Coerci. There we go. There we go. Coercion. Oh, God. This is the first plan of attack. And this, now, all of this is fact dependent, guys. What's the problem with presenting your wife the prenup a day before the wedding? If you've ever been married, I think they say that the average wedding costs like $25,000. It's a significant amount. Some of that goes to the venue. You got to put down deposits. A lot of that goes to the catering. More deposits. These flowers are super expensive. You want to fly people in. You're talking Spirit Airlines tickets. You're talking about the Motel 8.
Motel 8.
The bridesmaids, they got to get their hair and makeup. Don't talk about the bridesmaids' dresses, the shoes. The men got to rent the tux.
Why not the Hilton?
It's so much money.
They pay for their own Hilton.
So much money. And so when you present your wife the prenup a day before the wedding, y'all have spent thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. And so a lot of times you men will say, well, sign it or there's no prenup. Sign it or there's no wedding, right? So it'll be like a sign or no wedding. It's a problem.
That's coercion right there.
Yeah.
You don't never get nobody a day for a wedding.
No.
You knew your intention was to give her a prenup the whole time.
Of course.
You should have been gave this to her.
Of course.
Yeah. Or
should have had her sign that when y'all was dating.
When I was dating.
Well, the first time he proposed to her.
Yeah, okay, well, we do that. When you propose to her.
And he proposed to her, he said, like, by the way, I'm going to give you something to read over.
Yeah, the next day, he should have given her the paperwork.
Yeah. Read over this. See what you think about this.
Or she could claim she was under distress when she signed.
Of course.
That's what she's going to use.
You don't think that's what her attorney's going to do?
Yeah, that's what her attorney's going to do.
Of course, that's what. That is, if she's got a smart attorney, that's the first thing he's going to argue.
Let's see some more what the lead attorney has to say.
Well, you've already spent tens of thousands of dollars on the wedding. So she can make the argument, Judge, I had to sign, but I signed under duress.
There you go.
Right.
That's the key, guys. I signed under duress.
There it is.
Why did you sign under duress? Because I was pressured. I was coerced.
That's right.
Right?
She was threatened. Either sign or don't get married.
If she signed it a day before, this would be a huge issue. Now, we don't necessarily know when he gave her the prenup. It could have been he gave her the prenup a year before the wedding. But what is she going to tell the judge? She's going to tell the judge, Judge, he gave me this prenup a year before the wedding, and I said no. No, I'm not going to sign it. And do you know what he said? He said, okay. Because he didn't want to lose me, because, he doesn't like black women. So he wanted his Asian persuasion.
Did he
And
He said
I don't know if he likes black women. That's just a joke. Shout out to Jeezy. He might love black women. I don't know. Y'all black women are kind of on him about this, so but what I don't know. So if you're her attorney, you're going to say, well, she didn't want to sign it. That's why she didn't sign it. She received the prenup 8 months before the wedding, but she told him that she wasn't going to sign it, and he said, okay. And then the day before the wedding, guess what he did? He changed his mind. That's what you're going to argue. He changed his mind. He said, no, guess what? I really do, in fact, want you to sign this prenup because I've noticed you got a little anger problem. And so she started crying and she signed it. Bam. I signed it under duress. Guys, let me tell you something as a 20-year attorney. When y'all come up to get on the stand, you stand up and I'll ask you to raise your right hand and you'll turn around and you'll face me. Say, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? You'll say, I do. And then I'll tell you to sit down and put your hand down. You put your hand down, you sit down, and guess what you immediately start doing? You immediately start lying. Everybody lies in court. Everybody. All attorneys know it. All judges know it. All bailiffs know it. People be lying. You guys don't appreciate that. Y'all like, well, my wife has to tell the truth. No, she does not. She is gonna lie. No one testifies 2 hours without lying. Even if it's not a huge lie. A little lie here, a little white lie, a little white lie.
Okay, let's get to number 2. What's
Some of
number
y'all
2?
are amazed
let's get to it.
when y'all are sitting at counsel's table,
Everybody knows
watching
people
your
lie.
wife on the stand just lying.
And you lying too. The man lying too. So it ain't just
You
her
can't
lying,
believe it.
right?
Let's do a little fast forward on this.
Y'all be whispering at me.
Well, I tell you the truth about all my court cases.
Okay. Oh, Chad.
At Jiffy Lube,
Got
it's
a
our
little
job to
commercial
keep
break.
you moving. With a full range of services from
Man, I
oil
tell
changes
you,
and tire
things
rotations
ain't
to
working
filters,
out for me
wiper.
today. What's this about?
Argument that she might be able to make, guys. And again, all this is it's gonna be all related, but it's gonna be fact dependent. You know, she could say, you know, because of the way that the situation was handled, having only a day to receive it, you know, she was under extreme emotional distress. All right, emotional distress. She couldn't think clearly. Guys, I don't know, you know, if y'all have ever read a prenuptial agreement, but it's not like reading the back of a cereal box. I mean, it is like reading the back of a cereal box to me. But that's because I've been looking at them for 20 years. Not to y'all. There might be some things in there you don't understand.
There you go.
If you have emotional distress, you might not be in a mind state to really understand what you are signing.
Right.
And who caused the emotional distress? Who caused it? Well, if someone presented you a prenup the day before the wedding after you spent all this money, that's what they're going to argue. Am I saying that, you know, all of this is true? No, we only know the dates. We don't know the background, but Jeannie's going to tell us, goddammit. Jeannie has, under Georgia.
Well, all he's saying is true. Now,
Yeah.
she about to walk away with some money.
Well, yeah.
It depends on when she received it.
But no, he didn't say that. He said it depends on when she signed it, not when she received it.
Yeah.
He just said she could have gotten it a year ago, but she didn't sign it. Now the pressure is on her to sign it.
But she know how a prenup work because she made Freddie sign a prenup.
Well, she knew what she was doing.
She knew
The
what she
girl
was
is
doing,
smart.
But evidently she signed this the day before the wedding, so she know what she's doing.
Somebody told her that. I'm sure she checked with a lawyer, and he told her what? Don't sign that yet. Wait until the day before the wedding and sign it, and you can have it thrown out of court. I mean, because everybody knows, Jeezy wasn't faithful anyway. He wasn't marriage material.
Everybody know he's community penis.
Oh my
I
goodness.
said it.
Community?
Yeah.
My thing is, they knew they weren't right for each other before he proposed.
Well, Well, it's like she said.
It happened too fast.
She said a black man is good to date, but it's better to marry a white man. That's what it came out of her own mouth.
But the thing is, she didn't just form anger issues. He knew.
But she did too, because she was saying that evidently I had anger issues but nobody never put me in check until I met Jeezy, and I saw him as my equal. So evidently she didn't see her first husband as an equal. So she talked to him like he was a pile of garbage, and he didn't say nothing.
He didn't say nothing cause pretty girl privilege.
Pretty girl privilege.
Yep.
And Jeezy knew he could kick old Jenny out and he have another one like her by tomorrow. Like old Beyonce said. They have another you by tomorrow.
But we don't really know how Jeezy's attitude was.
Well, no, we don't, but
So the only time a man really files for divorce is something terribly wrong. Now, we got some technical difficulties. Let's pause this.
well,
That's what they're going to argue. Am I saying that, all of this is true? No, we only know the dates. We don't know the background, but Jeannie's going to tell us, goddammit. Jeannie has, under Georgia law, none of this is legal advice. Jeannie has 30 days. 30 days to respond. So usually what will happen is you guys will get a complaint for divorce from your wife. Y'all will stew about it for a week or two, then y'all will come in and hire me. Well, I look at the date that you're served, and I got 30 days from there. You've already sat on it for 2 weeks, so I got 2 weeks. When you guys come in on a Thursday, it's not like on Friday, I have your stuff prepared. Your stuff gets put in the system. There are other people who hired me before you. In my head, I know that I have 2 weeks. So I'm not rushing to get your answer out. I need to have it filed before those 2 weeks. But I'm working on other cases. You just got here. I've been dealing with people. Some of these divorce cases.
They let you know it's gonna be thrown out. He didn't give him time to work on the prenup or nothing.
no, he talked about
If he's going to take the case.
if he gonna take the case to defend you. So he said 30 days after you file for divorce, you got to respond. That's what he's talking about.
And like I said, he don't have time to respond because he got other cases to work on.
But he said as long as he filed it, if he filed it, that's the response, I guess. But I don't know. As long as it's filed within 30 days.
But then, Jenny might try and contest that divorce.
Yeah, she filed trying to contest it.
Was she trying to keep it from happening or what?
Well, get some of the things worked out that he's trying to get. He's trying to get joint custody.
Well, I guess she need to respond to it. He tried to do it while she was away.
Yeah.
So if she don't contest to it, there'd been divorced right then and there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was. I think they said she was away in New York or something.
Uh-huh.
And he tried to file it while she was away.
Wow, that's sneaky and underhanded.
Yeah, old dirty Jeezy thought she won't go find out about it.
But how did she find out about it?
Who knows? Let's play some more. See what lead attorney has to say.
This can take a year, 2 years. So you just coming into the system. I got to work you in. So who knows? I haven't looked online to see if Jenny was served yet. She might not even have been served with this petition yet. She might have found out about this through YouTube, through TMZ. So whenever she's served, she has 30 days to respond. So she might not respond for another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But she can start to make out an argument. She can start to strategize immediately about how to defeat this prenup. She can claim emotional distress. What's another argument that she can say? She can say that, she, and we'll have to see, right? But she lacked counsel. And maybe she didn't have an attorney. Guys, if you present a prenup to your wife the day before the wedding, she don't know nothing about it. It could be a very good chance she hasn't hired an attorney to look it over. She might not know anything about it. Now, it could be that they've been negotiating this prenup for months. He has his attorney, she has her attorney. On the eve of the wedding, they both agree and sign it, even though their two attorneys have been negotiating this for 8 months. Could have happened that way.
He done said it just so, but we pretty much got the idea. Like I said, Jeezy might have screwed up on this.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did. And my thing is, why would you want joint custody of the kid when you got about 2 or 3 other ones? You don't have joint custody of them. So why are you trying to get joint custody of this kid?
Things that you
try to be
discuss before you
sneaky about.
get married
You don't
and
want to
have
pay child
children.
support.
Nah, there's something else big.
You
For a
think
man
so?
to file for divorce
Alright.
first like that, there must have been a major violation. Now, don't get me wrong, I think there was an issue in the marriage, but it's just not adding up to me because something like that, I mean, y'all didn't know that prior to getting married. Y'all didn't recognize y'all had
All right, like I said, he done said enough. We're just gonna talk some more about it.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is,
since prior to getting
neither one of them was totally 100% committed to that marriage.
Chances are she could have got pregnant right before they got married.
Yeah. I think that's why they speeded up the process. She was probably already pregnant. And you know, she's on that talk show too. And she didn't want everything to be on her. So she went on and married this dude.
married, I mean, they had to be walking around with blinders on not to see that. I'm just not buying that because you know what? Jeannie is very liberal, okay? She's very open. So I don't think that's something that was hidden. I'm just...
That's it. Jeezy knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. He did. I mean, they wasn't 100% committed.
They already knew they had cultural differences before they got married.
Oh, yeah, they did. I mean, unless a lot of people don't want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Unless you are following the principles of God and you living your life the way God said live it, it's not going to work well for you. And even when you do, there's still a possibility that it don't, because everybody got a free will. And they can change their mind anytime they want to, but it just that they're both of them in the spotlight, they high profile, so they feel like they don't, hey, I don't need you.
Like I said, when both people making money, this is the attitude you'll get. Somebody has to have less, and somebody gotta be way high.
Well, Tia Mari had more money than her husband, and she divorced him.
Because he had less. If he had the same or more, see, if if it's okay. Now, if the man has less and the woman has more, guess what's going to happen?
What?
The woman going to divorce the man that has less.
Well, you just said one of them have to have less. You just said which one.
It can't be. It got to be. Now, if the man has more, there's a good chance she's not going to file for a divorce. She's going to drag out longer so you get more of that money.
That's not fair.
That's not fair, but that's society. Now, what you got to say about that, Bo?
TC.
TC.
Well, the way I look at it is, they shouldn't. As she got divorced, she shouldn't have been so quick to jump into a relationship. That's the mistake she made.
Yeah. Well, he came on the show and she got love struck. She saw love. She had love on her mind.
But you just got divorce probably just got finalized. She should took time to reflect.
Yeah, she should have.
before you like, you know what? I'm ready for a new relationship.
She should have.
Freddie moved on, so I'm ready to move on. You weren't ready to move on.
You don't think so?
She was not ready to move on yet. She didn't take time to heal to herself.
Well, she figured she didn't have no problem. Freddie was the problem, not her.
Now, 2 years after your divorce, after you met this man, it's not enough time to know somebody. 3 to 4, maybe.
Well, I guess she figured she knew all she needed to know.
Well, evidently she got it wrong, and he got it wrong. So they didn't get time to know each other very well.
No, they didn't.
He probably didn't think it was gonna last that long anyway.
What? You think you married somebody and didn't
No,
think
not about the marriage. No, when they first started dating, he probably didn't think it was gonna last that long anyway.
See, in the beginning of the relationship, you're in that honeymoon stage. Oh, we love each other. Everything's perfect. Everything's great. Then wait till after they eat next year. You didn't see what it's gonna be like.
Well, you never know somebody until you live with them.
That's true.
So she had a picture in her head of how she wanted her marriage to be, and he had a picture in his head on how he wanted his marriage to be, and neither one of them was on the same page.
That's exactly what it was.
I can say that's what it was.
Yeah, well, I'm interested in finding out how this thing play out, but I think I can say that prenup is no good, and that she gonna walk away with a little penny or two.
Penny 2, 3, 4, 5. I said before one time, even the house he had before they got married, if he spent any money during the marriage upgrading that house, she's entitled to some portion of that house.
That's a shame. But I think I said just about all I need to say. What about you, TC?
I said all I need to say.
Yeah, well, I said all I had to say too.
Well, stay tuned and see how this thing played out. I want to know. So if you like our content, like, share, and comment. Please comment. Comment on it. I know we're having a lot of technical difficulties today, but please overlook it. We're doing the best we can. I'm sorry.
I'm not buying it, y'all. I'm sorry. I think they did have something to do.
So until next time, be blessed.
We out.